Hey YouTube, I just wanted to talk about equipment that you need as a loan signing agent. Not necessarily a notary, but a loan signing agent. We need several pieces of technology to make our life easier. And I'm referring to printers, scanners, phones, those kind of things. If you do your research if you're new and you're trying to get into loan signings, or if you're a seasoned loan signing agent, you look around and see all the advice as to what kind of printer to get and so forth. And I'm not here to tell you what to get. It's all up to what you need to accomplish, and that's what you need to look at. I had purchased a Fujitsu ScanSnap scanner when I was brand new in the business because I had a broker that had that scanner and said, hey, use this. And so I used it. I'm like, wow, that's neat. And so I bought one. And then later on, others used Epson scanners and the Brother scanner. And I wanted to get a new scanner because I need one in my car. So I decided, let me check the Fujitsu again. And so there were bad reviews on the newer model. So I said, okay, let me look into a different model. I bought the Brother. It has a lot more features that I can utilize. But there's other drawbacks to that scanner as well. So you need to realize what you are trying to accomplish before you purchase equipment. I just purchased a Lexmark printer. It's 4 times the dollar amount of a Brother printer, and a lot of notaries on there are promoting the Brother 6200, and that is a great printer. I have those printers. They don't last for me because of the volume that I do every month. And that's something that you need to take into consideration when you purchase equipment. How long will it last you? Will it last you a year, or will it last you 5 years? Those are the things that you need to ask yourself. And in this case, the Lexmark, it is very expensive, but it has some features that I love. For example, when I print 2 loans out, I can print 2 loans out now. I have 4 printers. Okay, now I have 5 printers, and I had 2 printers set up so I can print 1 loan on one printer and another loan on another printer. It works great. But now with this new printer, it's so heavy duty that I can print 2 copies, and it will actually put a blank piece of paper in between the copies, so I can just separate them, no problem. So this particular Lexmark prints 65 pages a minute, and it's a lot faster, and I can just, click once and walk away, and I have 2 and I can separate 2 loan packages without an issue. So those kind of benefits outweigh, the simple printer that's available, that's $300 or whatever. And so I really like those features. That might not be the case for you. You might not have the cash to do that. If you're new, I'm not telling you to spend $1,500, $2,000 for a printer that you'll be like, hey, I haven't made $100 yet in this business. I'm not telling you to do that. But when you start getting going and you have more volume, and you're printing more than what the printer's supposed to handle. So those Brother printers, I believe they're supposed to handle maybe 5,000 pages a month. If you're printing more than a case of paper a month, that printer is going to wear out faster, okay? And you have to take that into consideration, okay? You don't want to have just one printer and you're printing 10,000 sheets of paper on it, and then you have a full day's worth of loans to do, and you go, oh shoot, my printer just broke, okay? So it's always good to have a backup printer. There's a lot of training people that are advocating for that, and I am one to advocate for having backups of everything. I have 4 printers. I didn't have 4 printers at the start. I had 1 printer, And then a year later I added another printer, so then I had 2, and then a year, and then I kept adding printers, and so now I'm up to 5. The other printers that I have, okay, I have a couple 6200 printers. One of them, so it counts down to 0, and then after 0 you're pretty much supposed to throw it away. Okay, it still prints, okay, it still prints, but I don't want to have a printer that's count down to 0 and then I'm printing and then it starts having problems. Like I have a printer that I purchased, a 6400 Brother, last year in December 2019, so now it's been over a year, and it just this month started giving me problems where it's jamming paper and stops printing. I have to go and unjam the paper and so forth. I don't have time to be a technician, okay? That was my past life, and I can handle it, no problem. But I don't want to be in that realm, okay? I want things, I hit print, it prints, okay? And that's another consideration in buying a heavier duty printer is, will it last? Do I have to repair it? There's other people that talked about leasing these type of printers. Hey, if you don't have the money to outright buy it, then lease it. That's awesome. They'll take care of it if it breaks. Okay? That might be the way to go. I didn't look into that option. I just bought it straight up, and we'll see how it goes. I only have 2 days worth of experience with the printer. I'm still trying to learn it. There's a lot of features that I may or may not utilize, one of which is duplex printing. I didn't need to buy a printer with duplex printing, and you shouldn't if you don't want that. I wanted to get that just in case one day I need to print something out personally and I want it double-sided, okay? But, so it was an extra $100 or something for the duplex printing feature, okay? If you want to save $100, great, do it. Get rid of that, because you're not going to have that on as a loan signing agent. So those are my thoughts about equipment. There's obviously other equipment, phones and all these other things that will make your life easier. You just have to evaluate how you're going to utilize this equipment in your business and look for the features that will help you. There are features that you don't know about, that you'll learn about as you get going, okay? Because you might learn about a feature from another notary, and you're like, oh, I wish I knew that, and I would have bought that scanner, for example, over another scanner, okay? So, do some research. Talk to some fellow notaries in the business, see what they're using. Do a lot of research if you can. If you're just trying to run out the gate and you want to buy something, okay, figure out what your budget is, figure out what features you think are important, and then make a decision based on that knowledge, okay? If you want to do it better, then you'll ask around. You may want, if there's a local notary that's willing to show you how they operate and how they have their equipment set up and give you a demonstration, that might be the way to do it. I didn't have that. I was not in a community of notaries when I first started. I got a book from a loan signing course that I took for 8 hours, and it said, do this, 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 and this. And I did all that, and I got started. Okay, and I just learned as I was picking up steam and getting more loans and so forth. But if you are getting started and you have the time to do the research and talk to people, do that. It will pay off in dividends in the long run. Thanks. Have a great day.